Dia de los Muertos. It's about the best pronunciation you're going to get from me. I am not very skilled in the art of Spanish language. However, we do have a pretty cool addition to the channel today. This is the newest, in many, many ways, hauler from MiniGT. This is done up for the Day of the Dead. Very interesting combination between MiniGT and, of course, a largely Spanish holiday that's celebrated a lot in Mexico. There's it's celebrated all over the world, but mainly in Mexico. More of a celebration of past family members or whoever who have died, and it's more of a joyful thing. It's not necessarily meant to be a very downer type of situation. It's supposed to be kind of uplifting and whatnot. This is also the first debut of the Western Star 49X. That is a brand new truck from MiniGT, brand new casting, brand new everything. The truck and trailer, the trailer and the container though are existing. They have been around for the entire series of trucks that MiniGT has done. This guy is number 400 on the dot, 400. You can see that it is very involved on the front here. Looks pretty good. Very interesting box art on here. It's your standard MiniGT on this side. This is the deets on the back. Really nothing going on there. Yep. These are quite expensive. That is literally what I paid for this. Typically, that's not the price that I paid for stuff, but this one, unfortunately, was the price. Could get it a little bit cheaper online, but I actually got this locally. So, pretty nice pickup here. So, we're going to take this guy open. After all, this is an unboxing. We are going to take the plastic cellophane off the outside of it because we don't keep the cellophane. So it is kind of just folded up on each side. It does kind of have a kind of like a sticky to itself kind of situation. See if I can find the seam. There's the seam in the back here. So we will separate that. Get the cellophane pulled off of here. Pull the box sort of kind of out, I guess you can say. So here is the box without the cellophane. Same old, same old. Typically, the way these are done is, the cab should be here, trailer should be here. This is a little bit bigger than your normal MiniGT truck box because the Western Star is a lot bigger than the Actros was. So we'll just go ahead and pull the little tab open. There is your styrofoam in there. So we'll slide out the first one here. So that is definitely the cab because it is much, much smaller. Lift the box up, get the trailer to slide down for us. There we go. Set the box to the side because we definitely going to keep the box for sure. So this is the first one here. This doesn't have an arrow on it, but it should be that direction. So we'll get a little bit of a blade action here. We'll get some tape separated. Hopefully we get it all the way around on the first try. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So it should be facing that direction would be my assumption. Ooh. It's caught on something. Seems to be caught on the bottom, so let's try to open it upside down. So I've never unboxed one of these yet, so I'm not really sure if it can be caught on something. Ooh, that's so tight in there. Oh my God, this thing is so fragile. I can already tell just by looking at it. There is the inside of the box. Just the clutch power right here on the styrofoam is something different. So here is the truck. We'll have that sit there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set this to the side real quick. Let's go ahead and just get the trailer out. Truck is extremely fragile just because it's got a bazillion pieces added onto it. So it's kind of interesting. These things were just barely shipped, barely hit in stores. Tape's already yellowed. Kind of looks like something you'd see from back in the day in the 90s. So there we go. Get that separated. Trailer should be facing this way. I'm just assuming. I like to assume. I like to assume a lot. So there's some pretty thick really thick. This is like wax paper. This is not like you know, tissue paper like you'd normally see. That's like wax paper, just so you guys know, just so you're aware of that. Obviously, the container is not connected to the trailer. Trailer kind of just should come straight up, so to speak. Very interesting, this wax paper. I'm not digging the wax paper right now, but we'll pull that out of there. Just trying to be gentle with everything. Put the styrofoam to the side, get that out the way. This is just the standard trailer that we're used to. Same-o. Although it does have gold wheels on it. Looks like tires a little off on this one. Fix those up a little bit. It does have matching spare in there with the gold wheel. Looks pretty good. There is the rear print on there. Same print we get on everything else. These do have adjustable stands. You just turn these and they move up and down. They don't have a ton of movement, but enough to set the trailer down. So trailer is about 99% metal. Just a little bit of plastic in there, like the wheel fender flares or whatever. This is the container, and this thing is just insane. It's just insane, all the print on here. It is the same print essentially over and over and over and over again, but they are not like in, you know, sequence where you print and print and print. They're just kind of mixed in. It's actually done as a one collage type of piece. It's not like they put little pieces on there. So that looks really, really good. There is not any continuity like towards the top. It does say Dia de los Muertos. Try it again. It looks really good though. It's not like it's kind of hard to explain. It's not like an individual print. This one's like an entire deal. Like it's all one piece. The way that it's printed on there, which is kind of interesting. There is the back. It does have opening doors. There you go. Doors open up. Kind of detailed up in there. Looks pretty good. It is a painted surface in here. It is painted, but previous ones, they seem to be matte. This one's a little bit better than matte finish. So looks pretty good. Of course, the doors are all metal. This entire container is metal. Bottom of the container is just black. There is the front of the container. Then, of course, the other side is the same old deets. But this thing is super, super heavy. So it does have these little notches it sits on the trailer. There we go. Just kind of notches in there. We'll set that guy in the back for right now. We'll take a look at the quote-unquote money shot. This is your Western Star. It doesn't have, you know, it doesn't have opening features. The doors don't open. The hood doesn't open. It does have steerable wheels. There's not a ton of movement in there. Not like the Actros, but it is in there. So hopefully maybe they can refine that a little bit. Looks like it's almost designed just to have that little teeny bit of movement. Has an itty bitty teeny tiny plastic for the axle going back. This basically like a guitar string. But the entire chassis is metal. So this chassis you see here is metal. It does have nice platform here on the back. Tanks on both sides, plus your step tanks. You know, visor here at the top. You got your horns. Dual stacks on each side. That looks pretty good like this. All the gold. I really think that this truck will look a lot better when they get it in a kind of more neutral deco. This one's a little bit, you know, specialized. But it looks pretty good. So it does say Dia de los Muertos on the hood. A little bit of printing on the top looks pretty good. This is your kind of little access mirror. So you can see down here from the driver's side. Typically not something you see on a U.S. truck. But, you know, MiniGT is not a U.S. brand, so they just kind of threw that on there. Like, hey, let's add some more deets to it. Of course, rubber tires. The front wheels don't spin all that well because they get caught in the wheel well. If you can keep them straight, they spin a little bit better, but it's not that great. The Actros is much, much better on the front axle for sure. But this guy still looks fantastic, and of course the rear ones look really, really good. Still has that pivoting fifth wheel, as you expect. Now, the interesting about this particular truck and the fact that they did this truck, at least for me, is that It's 100% American truck, and I think that it's good that they kind of branched out to try something different versus the Actros they did. But this is an entirely European trailer, and they don't go together. This trailer is really meant to be on a cab over truck. We'll try to get this guy hitched in there. Kind of hard to see from far away. I kind of sit relatively far away from the studio surface. So, I mean, it looks good. It's just, this is a very compact piece for a very stretched out truck. Now, I think that, you know, they did a pretty good job on this casting. It looks really good, you know, being a static model. I just, you know, it just doesn't match the trailer. The trailers just doesn't match. But this is what they have. This is what they have to use. Maybe they could have done this with the car hauler trailer, but then it would have been kind of pointless to do this because there's no real estate to print on that truck. But this one's pretty good. So this one, not quite as... I'll be honest with you. I'll just be honest with you. I hyped the crap out of this truck for myself. I was beyond excited to get this truck. I am still beyond myself that we got this truck. I'm still super happy. I'm more happy that we got an American truck in just premium, just, you know, super high quality die-cast. It's very fragile. I will tell you guys, it's extremely fragile. There's a ton of pieces on here that can break off, and the plastic is very thin. It's very thin. Now, it does drive around. I mean, you can drive it around. It's not so fragile you can't touch it, but it's obviously not a kid's toy, not meant to be played with or anything, so, which is perfectly fine. I think that if we get some single cabs of this or maybe some better decos, I think that this casting's flaws will really, you know, be absorbed and kind of go away. But I'm not knocking the fact that this is a fantastic model. It's a fantastic deco. I like the black and the gold. It goes well. The container looks very good. Super high quality print, super high quality finish to everything. And of course, just gold chrome just pops. It just really pops. But let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys like that. It's a little bit of a letdown. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little. I came down about that much notches now that I've cracked this open. It looks a lot better in pictures. In person, it's good, but in pictures, it's much better. Obviously, this is a great display piece, and obviously, if you are somebody who participates in this, you know, this. I'm not sure if you call it a holiday. I don't necessarily want to call it a holiday if that's not what it is. But however this is designated and how it's, you know, celebrated and whatnot, I think this is a great, fantastic addition to that. And I'm just really happy that MiniGT is, again, way outside the box. I mean, they're way outside the box. And I think that that's really what's going to take them to the next step. So let me know what you guys think about that. Of course, love always having more MiniGT on the channel. Glad I could bring this to you. I do have some more stuff coming up. So until then, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Level in Cast. Peace.